Well, good morning, everyone. I have another speech I'd like to bring to you today. I am going to look on the right side a lot because it kind of helps me get my point across. And since I have everything written down word for word, that's kind of how my brain works. But the title of the message today is Supporting the Autistic Community. And I am a little tired, so I do apologize if I look exhausted. Um, so we'll start. Today, we are here not just as individuals, but a collective force for change and compassion. We gather to address an issue that affects millions worldwide. It shouldn't even affect us. It's like something that is more prominent. The need for unwavering support and advocacy for the disability community. You know, this topic is one of the closest ones to my heart because, as someone with autism myself, it has been really difficult to get support. And I say that because there's just like so much going on in the world today. And, talking about support is not easy at times. It seems like every time we try and do something to bring support or understanding, we take 2 steps forward, yet 10 steps back. Autism, a spectrum of uniqueness and brilliance, touches the lives of countless individuals and families. It embodies diversity to its truest form, enriching our world with different perspectives, talents, and strengths. Yet, despite the incredible contributions autistic individuals to our societies, we often face significant challenges. Too often, we encounter barriers to education, employment, healthcare, and social acceptance. Today, we stand at a crossroad of opportunity and responsibility. We have the power to reshape the narrative, to dismantle those barriers, and to build a society where every person, regardless of their neurotype, thrives and flourishes. This is not just a matter of charity or empathy. It is a matter of justice and human rights. I had a dream one time that we autistics will wake up one day, get out of our house without the feeling of fear, without asking ourselves, am I going to get bullied today? Am I going to be accepted by others? When will the world understand me? Supporting the autistic community begins with understanding and acceptance. It begins with recognizing that autism is not a deficit to be fixed, but a difference to be celebrated. It is about fostering environments where autistic individuals are embraced for who we are, where our voices are heard and our talents are nurtured. Supporting the community enriches us all. It fosters innovation, celebrates diversity, and ensures a society where every individual's unique talent and perspectives can shine brightly. Together, let's build a future where togetherness is normal and everyone thrives. Please be aware, some of us find these things challenging, making phone calls, going shopping, leaving the house, cooking food, going to sleep, etc. Being in a busy environment like a concert, party, and sports events. And here's the thing, a way to support us is by not judging us on what we can't do compared to others. Education plays a pivotal role. We must ensure that our schools and educational institutions are equipped to provide inclusive and supportive environments for students with disabilities. This means training educators, implementing evidence-based practices, and promoting peer acceptance and understanding. There is so much we deal with in school, from people bullying us to teachers ignoring our requests, and I had my fair share of that back then, and it went on daily up until my community college graduation. And it's like the parents feel our Mentos and Diet Coke type tantrums from the long days at school because we are hiding our authentic selves from the fears of being bullied. We see on the news about teachers dragging kids out of classrooms and even physically attacking us because of mistakes we've made that we can't control. If we are allowed to stim in our classrooms, we won't have to feel like the odd person out. Stimming helps us regulate our brains to stay focused. And according to a study conducted by the National Autism Indicators Report, only 34% of autistic college students completed their degree in 6 years compared to 60% of the neurotypical peers. Employment opportunities are equally crucial. Autistic individuals possess a diverse range of skills, you know, from exceptional attention to detail to innovative thinking that can greatly benefit workplaces across all sectors. By promoting acceptable hiring practices and workplace accommodations, we can tap into this reservoir of talent and create a more diverse and productive team. Something to know is us autistics are hardworking individuals, and when given them the chance, we can show you we are wonderful coworkers. All right? It is the same as school. For some of us, we hide our traits to fit in and not be bullied by coworkers. Workplace bullying is a thing, but we stay quiet because we fear that speaking out, the boss won't believe us and the coworkers could get away with it. If we can just have our space to de-stress like a sensory room, we can come back to work on the project refreshed and ready to give it our all. According to the National Autistic Society, only 16% of autistic adults are in full-time employment, while 32% are in some kind of paid work. Experimental research done by the Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders states that autistic individuals are seen as more deceptive and of lesser character than neurotypical individuals when telling the truth. These judgments relied on perceivers' impressions such as, oh, he seemed nervous, or, his body language seemed a little off, and the overall liking. The bullying begins in the schools and continues in the workplace. And with the masking we do, it is not easy for us to get through the day. We see there is equal opportunity, but we are far from that. Healthcare and social services must also adapt to better serve the needs of the disability community. Accessible healthcare, mental health support, and community services are essential for ensuring holistic well-being and quality of life. Some of the barriers we face are the cost of services, limited screenings, misdiagnosis, and limited insurance. Another reason can be the lighting in the doctor's office and hospitals. The loud beeps from the machines can cause uncomfortable stimulations. Some places are difficult to get to because of the lack of accessibility some of the older buildings have. But beyond policies and programs like ADA, supporting the autistic community and people with disabilities is about fostering a culture of respect and empathy. It is about challenging stereotypes, combating stigma, and promoting understanding in our daily interactions. There are policies in place to help make places more accommodating, but that is not enough. And there's not enough strength and support than there should be. So much more is needed to be done, and it starts with you. Here are some tips to help support us. Number 1, educate yourself. Take time to learn about autism, their varied manifestations and strengths they bring. 2, promote inclusivity. Foster environments that accommodate sensory sensitivities and promote social inclusion. 3, listen and respect. Value the perspectives and experiences of autistic individuals, ensuring their voices are heard and respected. Number 4, advocate for accessibility. Support initiatives that improve access to education, employment, and healthcare, along with community services for autistic individuals. Number 5, challenge stereotypes. Combat stigma by promoting accurate portrayal of autism and challenge misconceptions in your interactions in communities. Number 6, offer support. Be a source of understanding and support for autistic individuals and their families, offering help and empathy when needed. We don't want to feel alone, especially during the time we need support the most. And lastly, celebrate diversity. Recognize and celebrate the unique strengths and contributions we bring to society. By implementing these tips, we can create a more inclusive and supportive environment where autistic individuals and those with disabilities can thrive and contribute fully to our communities. Today, I urge each of you to join me in this commitment. Let us pledge to be advocates for inclusion, allies in the fight for equality, and champions of diversity. Let us pledge to listen to the voices of autistic individuals, to amplify their stories, and create a world where every person, regardless of neurodivergency, can thrive. I will now end this with a couple sayings. One about anxiety, one about growing and letting go, and one with a quote that I came up with. But first, this one was brought up by someone named Kendall Toole. Anxiety is not going to ask you to do that once. You're going to get knocked down again and again and again. And every time, that much thicker you're coming out of. And every time that voice in your head is telling you you can't, gets louder because your anxiety doesn't want to see you get higher, beyond its reach, beyond its grasp, and beyond its control. So train your brain by listening to your heart. This next one. You matter. It may seem tough and roadblocks in your life are difficult, but you are stronger than you think. Let no one dim your light. My quote is this: we are like a flower waiting to bloom into something beautiful. When it rains, that essence of life gives us hope that we will blossom at the right time. And I'm going to end this saying with Tyler Perry, or by Tyler Perry. Some people come into your life like boosters for a rocket. When that rocket goes off into space, the boosters fall off when they reach a certain altitude. And just like that rocket, as you reach that certain altitudes in your life, not everyone will be able to hold on. So don't feel discouraged when you notice that they fall off. It doesn't make them bad boosters. They just couldn't reach where you're going. As you continue to grow and blossom into who God has created you to be, some people will be seasonal and they will not be able to reach the altitudes you're reaching. This becomes the cycle of growing and letting go. I want to thank you for your time in listening to this, and I really hope you found it impactful. All right, bye.